Hello aquatic fans viewing our Merry Meeple YouTube channel. Today we are going to be looking inside the box of the expansion for Meadow called Meadow Downstream. Brought to us by Rebel Studio and designed and illustrated up here. One thing I will get into before we get into the box, I did not put this back in the box. This is a buildable little card holder tray thing. If you've seen regular Meadow, you know that those come with these as well. This doesn't currently fit in this box. I'm going to see if I can somehow get this in the Meadow box. But that's a problem for another day. Today's project is showing you the insides. So this just got punched out of the board. Thought it was pretty cool. Kept it for now. Here is the rule book. You don't have to read this rule book. Watch the rules video. Stay there, maybe you can scan it. Alright, so open it up. Tells you what it's all going to take. All of the components. You'll see the 4 two-sided starring water ground cards, more cards, kayak markers. There's that foldable river deck holder. The sunset cards, new trail tokens, solo play components, an envelope with hidden information. And then there's 2 different variants in this game. You can play with the lazy river or the wild rapids, and then certain components are only used in those games. This kind of introduces it. Here's an overview of all the components that are used in both versions of the game, and I believe kind of how they're used. You have additional cards for the base game decks. They have a little water symbol on them because you can only use them with the Downstream expansions. Here's the course of the game. The action tiles from the first one have been altered some. They kind of go over that. They go over the end of a round. Here's the game setup for everything for the lazy river. So that means we're coming up on how to set up for the wild rapids. So it seems like the wild rapids have a little bit more going on. They have more pages. Envelope Z. There's an envelope in the game box with additional cards. Each card is a letter Z next to its card number after opening. Envelope over the water. Open after a trip to a river or lake. Cards from this expansion are thematically related to the cards from envelopes from the base game. And then here's your solo variant. And then here's what's always so cool. They have a card index that has an interesting fact and scientific name about everything in the game. You just have to look up its card number. And they have interesting facts. Alright, so first thing we have here is that massive board that we were talking about. So see that little card holder? That just slots right in there to hold the cards. Here's where the cards go. This is the lazy river side, it looks like. Nope, this looks like the wild rapids side. Ah yes, because of that symbol, wild rapids. And I'm assuming those tiles that are only for this go there. Flip it over. Here's the lazy river side, and again that holder part. The game comes with those 4 kayak tokens in the various colors, double-sided screen printed. There's that envelope Z. Here are more of these little starting, or these what do they call it, land tiles or whatever for the scenery. Those are the cards. I'll lay those out for you to see. These are those components that they said only available for the rapids. See if we can get a good close-up of it. Why is it not focusing? Here are the new player markers. Little extra score tokens, it looks like. A little fish icon because you put those out randomly at the beginning of the game normally, and just a lot of little tokens like that. But let me get into the crux of the game, the cards, which look always beautiful. Alright, be right back with those cards. And we have all the cards laid out. Let's start with the water cards. So these are all the cards that are part of the new main deck that goes on the river board. As I said, Artwork is stunning, definitely draws you in. Here are your starting ground cards. They're double-sided. This side has the little worm, this side has the frog. Now we're going to get in the cards that are added to the base game. Here's 6 of them. Then we'll go up to the other 6. So it's going to be 3 into each, north, south, east, west. Up here we have Beaver Dam cards. Here are some sunset cards. And then here are your solo cards. And there we have the components for the Downstream expansion for the game Meadow, adding quite a bit to a game that already had quite a few cards. Alright, so go ahead and lazy on down that river until next time when we release a video and you can watch that on the Merry Married Meeples.